Hi, this is RJ and Mia, and we just came back from visiting a good friend of ours named Michael. And Michael did his harvest of grapes. It's winemaking season. And Mia, why don't you share with everybody what we learned about today's job? We didn't do the harvest, we did the stemming, right? So
so we separate the grapes, the good grapes and the bad grapes. The one that you make the wine with are purple, and there's some spiders, ladybugs, and stems.
We had buckets, right?
Yeah. So one bucket's the waste bucket. Another bucket is where the all the grapes go in, and then there was another bucket that hold all the grapes that were still put together.
And our job was to pull apart the grapes from the stem, and when we pulled it apart, we would find things like ladybugs or spiders or small green grapes. And what's the problem with green grapes? What did Michael tell?
They're very sour.
They could affect the rest of the wine.
They can affect the rest of the wine. That would make it taste different than it's supposed to.
So what we did is we kept the green unripe grapes and the stems in one bucket, and we let the spiders and the ladybugs, we let them go, and then we kept just a bucket of the grapes. And these were Syrah grapes. And we harvested them this morning.
Very sour.
Yeah, very sour. We were harvesting them this morning about 5 in the morning. We showed up to do the stemming, and now they're going into these big buckets. And inside these buckets, they're going to sit for about 2 to 3 weeks in a nice, dark, cool part of his garage. And we're going to be back for them to do, what's the next step?
The juicing.
And that's called, what's that machine called? It does what?
Press.
There you go. We do press.
And then there's at the bottom, there's like a hard thingy that's made out of grapes, the stuff that you don't want.
So when we press all those skins down, it creates the wine at the bottom of the press. And
it's in a circle. It smells good and it's purple. They call it a cake.
That's what Michael said. They call it a cake. When they squish all that stuff down, it presses it down to create the wine. And what's left over is what they call a cake.
And then all the wine spills out to the bottom. There's little cracks in between the little thing that it's in, the little container. And then it spills out. It goes into this jar underneath it. And then there's a little U thing that goes like that, a V shape. And then you put probably a container underneath there. You fill it up, and then they would bottle it up, make sure it's tight, and then they would save it for later.
So we met up with our friend Coleman and his 2 sons and Michael at his house, and we did the stemming today, and we're going to wait about 2 to 3 weeks for the wine to ferment, and then we're going to do the grapes to ferment, then we're going to do the pressing to create the wine, and then there'll be some more grapes that we're going to harvest in about 3 weeks. So we saved some video to share with everybody there, and that's what we did today, right?
Yeah.
Great.